Oh yeah, this beast is back. Hello everybody, this is RRPG here, and welcome to the first episode of RRPG Let's Play that covers Kirby Superstar on the Super Nintendo. So yes, as I said, the beast is back, and I am finally going to be doing Let's Plays all over again, after a near 2-month hiatus. Reason being is because I have been way too busy with work, and it really has put in a damper on my productivity, and so I am going to be taking a break on both the games, on both Suikoden 1 and Legend of Dragoon. Now, not to worry, I will get back to those games at some point, but I want to do a few short things so that way I can get back into the flow of things, because, well, being out of work meant that my time with doing Let's Plays and hardly any videos at all, yeah, it was kind of tough. So, and as you would have guessed, since we are playing Kirby Superstar Ultra, we are actually going to be, not Superstar Ultra, but Kirby Superstar on the Super Nintendo. We are going to be going through all 8 games. And I am going to warn you, the more games that we go to, the more of the difficulty that is going to rank up. So, yes, we're going to be starting off easy, and then we're going to work our way with the harder stuff. There are 5 side-scrolling games and 3 mini-games that we're going to go through. So let's not keep Kirby waiting, and let's get on with a new type of file. So, yes, as you can tell, I was playing a little bit of Kirby Superstar, and I have managed to get up to 4 of the games. The most recent that I played was Revenge of Meta Knight, and I am going to be playing Milky Way Wishes at some point, but I need some practice on that before I get on with that. So, let's go and start a new file. So, yeah, as you can tell, there are numerous games that we can play. And Spring Breeze is the easiest one, and Gourmet Race is the next that is easiest. Dynablade is the normal difficulty. Great Cave Offensive, it's hard. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's hard because, well, it technically is, and you shall see why. Revenge of Meta Knight, it's at the same page as the Great Cave Offensive, and Milky Way Wishes is the hardest one of all. Megaton Punch, I think this is where you build your power to punch down onto the ground in order to see if you can actually destroy Dreamland as much as your opponent. See if you actually do better. It's kind of the same thing as in Mortal Kombat, where you have to test your might, in a sense. And then Samurai Kirby, basically it's a quick draw game to see who can draw their sword out the fastest to knock down or to knock away your opponent. It's a very hard game, but one that's actually very fun. So yes, we're going to go in order from the games that are going to be played. We're going to be doing Spring Breeze first, then we're going to do Dynablade, The Great Cave Offensive, Revenge of Meta Knight, and Milky Way Wishes. And we will cover the mini-games in a separate video. And I will warn you, when we get to some of these other games, like Dynablade and The Great Cave Offensive, or Dynablade up to Milky Way Wishes, they will be covered in multiple videos, whereas Spring Breeze, you can pretty much beat that in less than 20 minutes. AKA Spring Breeze is essentially a remake of Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy, but all in color. But the only thing that is missing from this mode is level 3. Basically, at the end, that is where you fight that boss via a shoot-'em-up type of gameplay style. So, yes, let's go ahead and not waste any time and get on with the first game, which is Spring Breeze. And let's get a little, here it gives us a little synopsis here, and it says, "Help! All the food from Dreamland has been stolen! Hurry, Kirby, or everyone will starve!" And yes, so that is basically the objective, even though you pretty much already know what Spring Breeze in a sense, if you have played Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy, which is also on the 3DS Virtual Console, so pick that up if you haven't. And with the level up there that shows it has 1 star, that means it's the easiest, so yes, let's go ahead and get started. And we are going to be starting a new game. And it's going to ask us if this is our first time playing. Now, I know a lot of people tend to say no as they want to get into the gameplay, but just for the sake of showing everybody who may not be familiar with Kirby, I'm going to say yes. And it's going to show us a guide. And as you would have guessed, there are multiple Kirbys underneath. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what the beginner show has to tell us. Welcome to the beginner show for all of you first-time players. Here's how we play. And this is the controller. Well, basically, I am playing on the Wii the Wii Pro controller, or the Wii Classic Controller Pro. And the gray thing in the button, in the middle, that's the controller. And this is Kirby, our hero. He's a jolly fellow. And he's very confused by that. Move Kirby left and right by pressing left and right on the control pad. You won't accomplish anything by just sitting there. So, yes, this is our basic movement. And when we see a door, we need to push up on the control pad, and this will take you to the next area. So I guess we better do that. And this is how to jump. Jump by pushing B. Jump over enemies and obstacles. Now, let's take the food off the obstacle. Well, geez. Food restores energy, but you pretty much basically know what the controls are in a sense. But there are some different alterations, and you shall see what I mean. Specifically with the floating up. And here we're saying if we want to get food from any type of altitude, we pretty much have to, well, jump up. And if we hit B continuously, this will make us float instead of the up button like we could do in Kirby's Adventure or Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. So, yes, this is basically a different way on how we float up in the air, but we can't even hit the up button to float up in the air in Kirby Superstar. It's the only game I know where you can't even do that. Anyway, that's enough of me talking on that. Let's get back to what we are talking about here. And it's giving us some final pointers about the flying mechanic, or the floating mechanic, if we want to fly up in the air. So, let's go here. And when we bump into enemies, we lose energy, as the game tells us. But it's okay to jump over an enemy, and you might want to defeat them instead. But you might want to defeat them instead. Yeah, we pretty much want to defeat them instead. And by pushing in Y, Kirby will inhale almost anything. And then you can hit the Y button again to shoot out whatever you inhaled. Now let's practice inhaling an enemy. And we pretty much did it. And we want to hit or spit out a star with the Y button, and this will be our attack. And we need to destroy this target by spitting the stars. So let's go ahead and hit the Y button. Nice job! And this time could be a bit difficult. But here's what the game's gonna say. Oh. Suck you up, and we need to jump and spit the star out. So we need to hit the B button first and then hit the Y quickly. And we destroyed the target there. Nice job. And that's all for the beginner show. There are other tutorials along the way, and we'll be fine as long as we remember the basics. So yes, it's time for us to get on with Spring Breeze. Good luck and have fun. Oh, you bet we will. Alright, so we are now ready to start Spring Breeze. Stage 1, Green Greens. See what I mean by this game being a remake, or this game in Kirby Superstar being a remake of, well, Kirby's Dream Land? Yeah, it's basically like that. Okay, now we have Beam Kirby. Now let me show you off a pretty cool addition, or one of the newest moves you can actually do with Beam Kirby. If you run, and if you jump up in the air and hit the Y button, you actually do this barrage of beams where you can actually shoot them down at your enemies. It's a really effective technique if you want to quickly take down your opponents. So, yeah, that is something that is actually pretty cool. And if you hold the Y button down, as you just clearly saw, you can actually charge up your beam and actually do a Mega Man X style beam attack. And that's actually a pretty cool, unique addition too. And you can actually do this, and you can do all sorts of things. Basically, if you run and if you hit the Y button, you actually do that barrage of beam attacks. So, yeah. And if you grab your enemies, too, you can actually grab them and you can shoot the beam up at them and they will do multiple damage. Okay, there's a Poppy Bros Jr. Now, here's where things get really cool. Now, if you hit the A button, you can actually have a partner opponent or somebody to help you out, and the AI is actually pretty good. Okay, we have defeated Poppy Bros, so let's go ahead and take his power, and we are Bomb Kirby. And if you need a reference to figure out how to use the power-ups, you can just pretty much hit the start button, and it'll tell you some basics on how you can use the bomb. You just pretty much throw bombs with the Y button, and to hold a bomb, you just hold it with the Y, and then you throw a bomb with the Y and set a bomb when you're near an enemy. And if you hit down in Y, you drop a bomb, and if you dash in Y, you can do a straight throw. And bomb angle depends on how long you press Y. So that's a basic gist right there with the controls on how to do that. Okay, now we can place a bomb right there, as I said. That will help us destroy obstacles from underneath in case if you just want to do... Oh, crap. Get him for me, Waddle-Doo. Thank you, buddy. Okay, very good. So, yeah, there's lots of things about Kirby. You know what? I'm gonna have to give up this power. Ah! Oh, no good. I wanted to get Waddle-Doo. And yes, this game's gonna be riddled or just littered with lives. Because, well, with lives, you're gonna need to get through the game somehow, I suppose. Okay, let's see if I can get this way. Okay. Yeah, I can't even do anything. Nope, I'm gonna have to leave Waddle-Doo alone. Basically, I wanted to get that maximum tomato. And there was me using that grappling ability again. Basically, if you grab your enemy, you can actually shoot them up with the beam. And it's actually pretty useful if you want to do melee attacks. I mean, most of the power-ups that you have for Kirby, they're mostly, they can mostly be used for grappling attacks, what you just saw. And it's pretty useful for when you're in close quarters. And here is Wispy Wood. So, Poppy bro, you better help me out here, buddy. And we finished off Wispy Woods. And you would have guessed that Wispy Woods is pretty much the first boss of any Kirby game, except for Kirby Squeak Squad. And there was Kirby doing his little Kirby shuffle. And that means every time when he does that little victory dance, we have completed a stage. Or after we complete a stage, we do that victory dance. Okay, so let's go ahead and take Knuckle Joe in, and we are Fighter Kirby. Let's go ahead and see what Fighter Kirby can do. Copy the abilities of Fighter and assume the role of Mighty Karate Expert. Increase your power with practice. Strength of attack depends on how long you press Y. The Vulcan Jab is your weakest one, which is pretty much the multi-punches from Fist in the North Star, if you're familiar with that. And the Smash Punch is your strong attack. And I think that is more of a long-ranged ability. And if you dash with Y, you can do a leg sweep or a spin attack. Or if you're in the air, you can actually do a down kick. And you can do a double kick as well. And you can do a rising break. Basically, the rising break is the Shoryuken from Street Fighter 2. And you can also grab an enemy and attack him there, or you can grab him with your, or you can just grab enemies if you just hit the right arrow or whatever arrow that's near an enemy, and you hit the Y button, you can grab them. And if you hit grab and Y, you can actually do an arm throw. And if you grab an enemy, and then if you hit the opposite direction of where you're going and hit Y, you can actually do a Tomo throw. But it's only for Kirby. So yeah, lots of new things for Kirby with the Fighter ability. And there is the Shoryuken ability. Yeah, and it... Oh, no! Oh, you suck! I wanted to use Fight... Oh, you suck! I hate you guys so much! Oh well, that happens, so I better get used to it. Hopefully there's another fighter, or hopefully Sword is around here somewhere. So yeah, with the multiple attacks coming from the many different abilities that you can use. Oh, or with the direction of the control pad and where you use stuff or use things, you can actually do many unique features. And here's one with ice. And it has some pretty unique features of its own, where if you hold down repeatedly, you will actually do... Oh, I want that. It's the return of Candy Kirby. And with this, you can actually go very fast. Yeah, notice Kirby's just doing a strong walk. Or, he's power walking, that's what he's doing. He's just giving the power walk, because, well, he's just eating candy and he's all hyper. He has too much sugar in his bloodstream. Okay, I want to get rid of... Oh, Kirby! I mean, dang you, Poppy Bro! I wanted that sword! No, I can't even get it because of you! Ugh! You suck! Anyway, that's okay. We'll stick with Cutter. Cutter's actually pretty cool, too. Alright, now we're fighting these guys again, and something I didn't know about these guys is that these are actually characters from other games that HAL has made that are different from Kirby. That just blew my mind. I didn't even know that these characters existed from different games that were made by HAL. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool to know. I think they were called Nono and Nana, or no. I know Nana's from Ice Climbers. I can't remember what the other's name is. I'm pretty sure there's an official explanation on the enemies somewhere, but who cares? Anyway, we're at Stage 3, Bubbly Clouds, which technically should be Stage 4 if you're playing Kirby's Dream Land. Yeah, as I said, Stage 3 in Kirby's Dream Land is omitted in this game. Okay, now I got Sword. And I want this, because I love Sword ability, but the thing about Sword is that, well, it's not all that powerful as you hoped it would be in this game. But it's still a pretty good weapon regardless. But it's just the thing is that I think they kind of dumbed down the strength of this power-up. I know they significantly did in the game Kirby Superstar Ultra, which is the remake on the DS. So, yeah, it's one of the things I'm really saddened by. I mean, when taking a look at this game when compared to the remake, I will say that the visuals are much better on the DS, whereas the visuals in this game, they're not bad for the Super Nintendo, but I just feel that they're just terribly outdated by today's standards when it comes to retro-style games. And considering how much they have improved Kirby's character design throughout the years, yeah, it pretty much should come as a no comparison on which game has the better visuals. But it doesn't mean that it's all, you know, the games aren't all visuals and all that stuff. I mean, some of the visuals are actually still pretty good. You may want to... Frosty! Or Chili! Oh, no! I wanted that! Ugh, I wanted to show... Why? Why must things not go my way? Okay, I died. Sure. That's something that rarely occurs when I'm playing this. Okay, you wanna... Oh, God. Do that. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, yeah! I just wasted that for nothing. Ugh. And there, I got my life back. But still, it just pisses me off. Maybe we can try to go back and get the mic. And I can show you that on some of the enemies. God, I can't believe that. Still, I cannot believe that happened. Here, let me see if we can get Mike again. Yes, we can. Okay, let's go up here. Poppy Bro, nobody likes you. I wanted to try to save it for the upcoming boss, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. There we go. Alright, we're going to fight this guy again. I can't remember his name. But... Oh, wait a minute! It doesn't work! Oh, wait a minute. That worked, but not the first time. Why did the first one work? Dude, quit attacking me. Gotcha! Okay, that takes care of that. But yeah, when compared to Superstar Ultra, this game is actually a little more difficult in terms of the control scheme. And sometimes the hit detection is much more spot on when the enemies hit you. Okay, here we are at the last stage, Mount DDD, which is basically stage 5 of Kirby's Dream Land. Oh, I was just checking to see how well we were doing on time, and we're still doing okay. Okay, I'm going to see if we can try to get a character in. I don't think... Oh. You know what? I'm going to give you bomb ability. I want Waddle-Dee, or Waddle-Doo. Some people probably should say, you know, take the character, Parasol Waddle-Dee. Well, I'll show you that in another video, but we need to wrap things up by taking care of the penguin! Yes, Mr. DDD, your days are numbered. Coming up pretty quickly. And notice that he's not really that strong, and not that menacing when we fought him in Kirby's Dream Land. But yes, King Dedede has been squashed again. Or I got a sense of deja vu from that, from defeating King Dedede. Okay, and with that, we are seeing the final cutscene of Spring Breeze. And Kirby has inflated himself into a balloon, and he's carrying Castle Dedede with him. And yes, as you would have guessed, this game took less than 20 minutes to complete, although in the video, from what you're seeing, we're already past the 20-minute mark. Well, that was from me talking, and me giving some official explanation as to what was going on. But yes, don't worry, it's not going to happen that much anymore, as in the next video, we're actually going to be going to Dynablade, which is the next game that we're going to be playing, or the next side-scroller. So yes, gamers, after we get to the end of Spring Breeze, we are going to go ahead and we're going to close off this video. So, as I said, next time on Kirby Superstar, we are going to be going to the next game, which is Dynablade. And that one's probably going to take at least 2 videos to complete, because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on them like I have with the others, but you shall see why it's so long. But it's not, why it's longer than Spring Breeze, but yes. We will get it in 2 episodes so we can keep things short. Short and simple. Sometimes short and simple is very nice. But anyway, enough talking on me. Anyway, if you're new to my stuff, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description. And if you like this video, then be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you thought of this first episode of this Let's Play. So, anyway, gamers, take care of yourselves. And next time, as I said, we are going to Dynablade. See you guys then.